Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Enter the Gungeon. I don't know why the robot is locked in this position of eternal ecstasy, but that's okay. We are going to play as the robot today, as much as it might pain me to do so. We've been trying to grind out this Lich kill forever. He is next in the order, so I don't mind playing as the robot now, and we're coming off of a win, so morale is high. Let's see if we can't continue that. And you know what was nice about the last run, is that we won without having truly out of control amazing items, or at least I didn't notice that we had out of control amazing items until the very end. So we are going to play the robot again. Am I mad that I continued to suck as the robot despite playing fairly well as other characters? No, because I think the robot's deceptive. We've been over this dozens and dozens of times by now, but I really feel like if you're watching this and you're like, the robot's strong, you don't know what you're missing, man. You don't know what you're missing. Why don't you come out here and beat bullet hell for me? The question is, are you as good as Austin? Statistically, very, very few of you are. Actually, you'd be surprised. If you think I'm bad at Gungeon, you may not be wrong. And also, I may be crazy. That's, you know, Billy Joel. We've already discussed him ad nauseum on the show. But, I get tweets from people that are like, thanks for your Gungeon series. You've really helped me out a lot. Most of the time, I can't make it past the 3rd level. And I'm like, dude, don't even sweat it. Ooh, speed boost. Actually quite good. And armor? I didn't know that it came with armor as well. That's good to know. So that's actually a really good item to have as the robot then, but really it's all about the speed. Once that armor's gone, it's gone, but the speed will last forever. I don't think there's any speed downgrades, but I was there, man. If you didn't watch the very opening of this series, we'd get to like the 2nd floor and we'd be like, ooh, now this run could be considered a success. Like, making it to the 4th floor was, like, miraculous. To be fair, that was also pre-Treadnought nerf, where the world was a much scarier place than it is now. But at the same time, it wasn't always basically automatic that we'd make it as far as we usually do now. In fact, I don't know how many times in a row we've actually killed the Dragon now. Almost to the point where I'm like, the Dragon is almost like, it has become mom. To not be able to kill the Dragon on a run is like something has gone seriously wrong. And I should be a little bit embarrassed. At least, you know, given the amount of time that we put into the game. I got like 150 hours in this dang game by now. Should be able to beat the Dragon fairly consistently. It's just that Lich fight that keeps, you know, getting one over on me. I think we just go back and go to the shop. You thought I was going to say go onwards. Now the question is, do you buy a key or do you buy armor? Or do you buy the wind-up gun? I don't think you buy the wind-up gun. I think you buy the key, and then if you don't use it on this chest, we know it's going to be a gun, so we're looking for something that's blue or better, but the reason I buy the key now is because if it has a wick, I don't want to be responsible for the chest, you know, blowing up. Which is fairly plausible that it would. But we could, you know, the coolant could be ready to extinguish it, but I kind of figured why risk it. We're going to probably want to buy a key at some point anyway. It might as well be now. And then we have the choice, and we're relatively insulated from the consequences of our potential negligence. Oh, I should not have stood there. That almost caused some serious problems. All right, so this is where the floor gets really interesting. You know, you get to engage in a little bit of arithmetic, and you say if we flawless the boss, we get at least a +2 change in armor relative to if we don't flawless the boss. Hopefully, you also get some extra armor pickups on the ground. Those are, you know, static, aka independent of whether or not you flawless the boss, to the best of my, you know, Gungeon knowledge, but I could be wrong. Moreover, you just want as much as you can possibly get. All right, the trash cannon. Take it out. This gun is situationally good. It's not really that fantastic, but it's not that bad for a blue chest. You know, Franz Ferdinand. Franz Ferdinand, 2004's most promising indie group. I'm pissed, but also not so pissed. We got hit by like a renegade bullet, but at the very least, it took our 7th armor, so it's not the end of the world, and we also, as a result of that, found our secret room, but I would have rather just not been hit. I never would have looked here for a secret room, but at least we didn't have to spend a blank to find it, I suppose. We got ammo back. What in the world is in this room? Are you seeing this shit? There's like a big old cauldron. What do we have here? Do you have something for our pot? Do you have something for our pot? Toss equipped gun into the pot. Don't get greedy now. We got cursed, and we got the mass shotgun. It's like a really good trade. I'm assuming that every time we do that, we'll get 1 or more levels of curse, because the mass shotgun by itself is not cursed. 1 is not only the loneliest number that we'll ever see, but also probably the correct answer for how many guns we should toss in here, because the only other thing we could toss in for now is the mass shotgun. I don't think it's the right decision to get rid of that. We will use the mass shotgun for the boss fight. We just have to be a little bit cautious about the range. 1 more credit allows us to buy armor as well. Get rid of the TNT barrels. That's only going to lead to despair, I promise you. Is this right? I think this is right. We're getting a lot of value out of our ammo, I'll tell you that much. Oh, you idiot! I'm talking to myself. The worst roll of all time has ruined my oh, no, 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 no. Oh, environmental hazards, man. I'm actually embarrassed at the start of this. Did we get armor? At least we got armor, and we got the Tommy gun. You can hear it in my voice, how disappointed I am with myself that we fudged that one up this badly. You know what? You buy armor, you move along. Just being so bad there almost gave me a headache. Unfortunately, we can't really get wax wings, which really does suck, because I would have preferred to get that over a key, I suppose. Or over the armor that we ended up buying from the shop literally mere moments ago. But we still need this. But man, the floor was fantastic until we got to the boss fight, and then I threw royally like 3 different ways that could have completely changed the way this one was going. But it's okay. It really is okay. I almost think that we start with our most powerful weapons now. So we take mass shotgun and we use this to clear rooms. And we save the Tommy gun for the boss fight, where I think it's a little bit better. Come on now. Alright, I believe you. I mean, 200 ammo out of the mass shotgun is pretty solid, I think. If possible, we want to hit with the bullets, not with the actual shell itself. That'll do. I'm just... Is the robot... I mean, it's true that it's this way with every single enemy, right? Like... Or every single character, I should say. If you take a hit, that's ammo you're not going to be able... Or that's HP you're not going to be able to get back. In many ways. Like, you're spending the resource, at least, to get it back, is what I mean. Like, damage that you take is damage that you've taken. You can't erase that. But as the robot, it feels, and oftentimes is so much more permanent, that I have trouble getting over the opportunity cost of having lost so many chances at armor early here, you know? So... And then not just chances at armor, but having lost, like, literal armor. So, I'm hopeful that it doesn't sink us. The fact that we're still at 6 armor is okay, but... Clears the room without taking damage. This could give us a solid gun. I guess we won. It took 2 bullets, but we won. We got frost bullets. Oh my god. That seems like an awesome passive to pick up here. All bullets can freeze enemies. I'm into this. This seems like a huge passive for us to have. Now I'm not so salty about the armor loss. Dude, if all bullets freeze, or all bullets can freeze... I don't understand the change in verbiage there. Don't even talk to me about that damage, by the way. I'm extremely displeased by that. We're gonna fight the boss for sure. Let's get the Tommy gun ready. And it's not Mermaid, it is Amoconda. Okay, great start. Yeah, good start. Just take damage immediately. Stand right next to the dude that you're supposed to stay away from. Good job. I don't know what has happened to my brain, but it has decided that no longer are we going to flawless either of the first 2 bosses. In fact, we're going to get hit in the most idiotic ways we could possibly muster. Probably take this guy out. At least cut off the head of the snake here. I gotta say, the Tommy gun is not really doing as much damage as I thought it could. I'm also very surprised to see that there's basically no freezing happening here. Such horrible damage. Please give me armor and make me feel less bad. No armor. Shot grub is okay. Alright, I figure, well, I figure if you're mad at me for this, you're gonna continue to be mad for a little while here. You know what, though? It just gives me more fodder to hopefully play better in the future. Now, the shot grub is fairly substantially worse than mass shotgun, which is actually why I'm using it to start with here. The hope being that, you know, on big rooms, maybe we'll create enough of a mess with this poison that we'll get some mass effects. So far, it's pretty terrible, though. Let's see what we got in our shop. Kind of want to buy armor, as you might expect. And there is armor for sale, so we will buy that even over the cost of a key. I don't think we're sunk, but I do think that as a result of my idiocy, we're kind of at the point where we need some kind of, like, good synergy. Like, an early gun knight armor on this floor would be huge. Wouldn't mind picking up a scope or something like that. Or an incredible weapon. And they do exist. There aren't a ton, but they do exist. I'll accept that. As long as we don't stand in the poison for very long, we should be good. Kind of get like a good range out in front of you if you plan properly here. More money. The money's good. We'll open a blue chest. Okay, these are rubber bullets? Ghost bullets. They travel through enemies. If we lose this run quickly, I'm going to be so disappointed. And I'm not even talking as if we're going to lose it permanently. Like, we may win this run. He said, knowing there was a low chance of that happening. But we have a really nice suite of passive items. And this happens so rarely that I really have even increased motivation relative to the norm to survive here. I really don't want to just go out like a punk early. Okay, that's our second key, so we were right maybe to not buy any keys on this floor. Money's going okay. It's going to be a brown level gun. So I think brown level gun could be worth something, but instead you just shoot it probably and you pick up the junk. And then we go. And honestly, the floor is... We're leaving it with one less armor than we found it. That's not a good situation. You really want to be starting to, you know, crank out some extra armor at this point, but it is what it is. We took the damage. Let's try to make the best of it. Just think, this floor, if we don't take damage on the boss, get to flawless, that's at least one armor. Then we get armor from the boss, that's 2 armor. Then we get armor from the shop, that's 3 armor. All of a sudden, we're at 8 armor, we're saying, hey, we did our job on this floor. All is forgiven to some extent. Of course, we actually have to make that happen, which is the hard part, and I'm basically banking on not getting hit at all, which is fairly unrealistic, I'd say. Stranger things have happened, though. Again, if shot grub is worse than the mass shotgun, why am I using it? Effectively because it's worse. It's good enough to get the kills, but it's not costing us ammo for our best gun. I think we got pretty lucky to be able to deal with that as comfortably as we did. This is alright. Be careful. Ideally, we'd like to create... Oh, this guy cannot be hit by poison. So that changes everything, really. You can freeze the crap out of him, at least. I'm not sure if the second part of this is actually taking damage now, though. We might have to wait for it to... I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We're getting done with this pretty soon. Okay. I guess if something's frozen, it takes slightly longer to explode, which makes it more likely to kill another enemy in the process. Lucky us. Okay, throw this down here. And remember, that's not the shot grub. The shot grub is really benefiting from the... What the heck happened there? The shot grub is really benefiting from the fact that we have the freezing bullets here. I really, like, on a normal run, I truly would be in a position right now where I'd be like, I don't know if we can do this. 4 armor on the 3rd floor is pretty bad. But I actually really believe in the flawlesses that we have. We also have Curse, so we can totally enter here. And we can teleport back to it whenever necessary. What do we want? The owl? We never can afford the owl. The A key is so good if we can get the keys necessary for it. Think your aim is true. I will play your game. I believe in our odds here. Do ghost bullets just... No. I was going to say ghost bullets maybe just allow us to shoot through the wall. Oh, we do get the extra bounces, though. Not bounces, you know what I mean. Like, after they miss, or after they hit an enemy, they'll continue to travel for a little bit. And that made... Oh! That made this extremely plausible. If it hits that, though, it'll bounce. I still think you hit this one. And your goal is just to open this up. Oh, we were so close. Still, we got 3, we got a red chest. We should have been able to get 4, honestly. What the heck is this? The Snake Maker! The Snake Maker. So I'm thinking maybe, I mean, Owl doesn't cost money. Owl costs money, not keys. And then the AK-47 costs keys, not money. If we can just get 2 keys, get the AK-47... Even if it curses us, that seems like an awesome pickup. It's a good gun in its own right, and unlimited keys for the rest of the run. We were so happy when we got the AK-47 on the last run. Not just with the idea of it, but with its actual performance as well. So I think that the AK-47 is a really sensible purchase. Was it the last run, or was it just the last run where we had it? I'm not sure. So we're looking for... I mean, again, I don't really know what the owl does. We had it once, but... All I know is whenever it shows up, people are like, you gotta get the owl, man. I'm not really sure what else we would want. I think the owl just does damage, but that's fine by me. And again, what are we building up? Awesome passives. That's the idea, at least. The problem is, we might need to save our money to buy a key. Like, I don't want to use a key to open that, because really, if we get the AK-47, then we just, you know... open it with the AK-47, so we really are spending 1 key to open to get the AK-47, because we would have spent 2 keys opening the chest anyway, in all likelihood at least. So it's really like there's a huge opportunity cost aspect, I think. Lovely, and we just got a regular chest that is not a mimic. Super not a mimic, and actually the flare gun is fine. Maybe we go to that after the shock grub. There is a key for sale. Gun boots are not what we want. We want Gun Knight Greaves. And I honestly feel like this is one of the strongest runs with 4 armor I've ever had. Mind you, that doesn't mean too much once we get to the Lich fight, but... For now, I'm relatively happy with the situation. As much as if that may strike you as a surprise. I like our piercing, freezing, shocking shots. Just drop a key. Just drop a key. Ammo's good. Do we need it for the mass shotgun? We could use it for the Tommy gun. The Tommy gun is better than the shot grub. Like, the shot grub does not need a refill because I don't really want to use it anymore. But... now that was one hell of a dodge. That probably I just should not have worried about. Let's look at the Snake Maker, man. It seems amazing. With the Snake Maker possibly being incredible, I don't really want to use the shot grub on tough rooms, at least. I guess we might as well get shot grub ammo with a second ammo drop, but... like, this is the last floor where I'm gonna use the shot grub in all likelihood. So I'm not really relishing it, but if we're 220 bullets down on that and 10 bullets down on the mass shotgun, sure. For now, I'll take the shot grub ammo instead. The only reason it's even half decent is because of its extended, like, freezing bullets, but... and the fact they can hit multiple enemies on the room at the same time, but... we're almost at 80 credits... or, sorry, we're almost at 84 credits. We are at 80 credits. All I'm really looking for, to be honest with you, is 84 credits, but also keys. I'd rather get the keys first. All we need to get the AK-47 is one more key. The key's got to drop naturally, though, otherwise we won't be able to afford it. I don't really have any interest in this. Just looking for secret rooms where we could also have a pretty good chance to get a key. And if the rooms ever get tough, the shot grub is no longer our option. So there's the owl. As much as I hate to say it, we're looking at contingency plans now. And we're saying, well, if we don't get a second key that allows us to buy a third one, do we just buy the owl and then go with it? Do we really go hard on these secret rooms? I'm not sure yet. This feels like a boss fight. And honestly, the boss fight scares the shit out of me, but let's just use the snake maker and go for it. I'm gonna use blanks on this first and foremost, because this is, like, necessary for survival. Alright, that worked somehow. And just get out of town. Oh god, that was a terrible dodge roll that I was not really punished for, thankfully. I'm shooting electric, freezing snakes at you. Oh my god. I tracked that shot 100% of the way in. There's no way you can look at this right now and be like, it's not the flawlesses that are fucking us. We're getting fucked by flawlesses right now. Or the lack thereof, I should say. This is a nice benefit to the mass shotgun here. In that, even after the shot hits, it still turns into shells. Is it better than Snake Maker? I don't know, it sort of feels like it, doesn't it? It feels like it to me, at least. Okay, please at least drop armor so I may have, like, a semblance of a chance. Oh, you fucker. Oh, why risk good ammo? Okay. I'm still disappointed we flawless none of the first three bosses. That's pretty much the definition of not holding up your end of the bargain. We got the Moonscraper, which is pretty horrible, but mass shotgun doesn't really need ammo. I guess the Snake Maker will take some. Thank God we got some gosh dang armor. Moonscraper, at least decent secret room checker until we run out of ammo. Still no keys, so that's a real bummer as well. These snakes, they doing stuff? I don't know. This is literally a gun that makes snakes, huh? Well, we're not quite done with this floor. We should look for secret rooms. Beams can still find secret rooms. Don't kid yourself. The owl is still purchasable. We could just buy armor, but I think if we're buying armor, one armor can't possibly be worth the opportunity cost lost from it here. Honestly, this is a run where, like, I think I've played somewhat intelligently. Wow, that was dangerous. I've just dodged really poorly. My actual, like, play on the game is terrible. The fact that the beam hits multiple enemies may actually make it okay here. So that's it, basically. We got to 95 credits. With only being able to buy one key, I think you just open this chest, get a demon head, fairly bad. You go back to the curse shop, and then perhaps you purchase the owl over here. Hoots and more. What? Oh, the owl blanks when you use your active item? Okay, oh, just occasionally blanks. Okay. I mean, I'm for that. Just checking. And then, I don't know. Doesn't seem like it would be on our shop. If I had to be a secret room, where would I be? Might even be here. It was not there. Well, we still have 4 armor. And we're headed down to the 4th floor. I do think that probably the mass shotgun is now our weapon of choice. As much as I hate to move the goalposts, you know me. I'd love to beat the Lich on this run. That's like on my to-do list without a doubt. But I think it's more realistic to just say, if we beat the Dragon, life is pretty good for us right now. Entirely because I fucked up every single boss fight we've encountered. Have they been hard-ish boss fights? Some of them have been somewhat difficult, I suppose. But, certainly not hard enough to warrant the just complete capitulation that I've done. Unfortunately. But that's life on Gungeon sometimes. I mean, maybe Moonscraper ammo? The mass shotgun is still pretty close to maximum. I'm not going to be too picky about, you know, what we kill with it, though. Because it's, you know, fairly functional, as you're seeing right here. And again, with this incredible selection of passives we've got, the world is ours. It's like that Nas song, One Love. We have one love, and that love is the world, because the world is ours. That joke is really bad if you've not listened to Illmatic. If you've listened to Illmatic and you've internalized it, it's still only like a 4 out of 10, but... Oh, thank you, Owl. Here's the thing, though. I mean, I feel like we'd be better off with a gun that had longer range, but the mass shotgun is still doing some great work for it. Like, it's killing enemies so quickly. But it does feel like if we had a little bit of longer range, it would be even better. When it works, it's quite nice. Okay, 2 armor drops is a little silly, but I'll accept it. I don't know, is our coolness stat like off the chain or something? Oh yeah, just go stand in the thwomp. That seems like a good place to practice your technique here. I'm not despondent yet. 3 armor on the 4th floor is a bad position, though. Thank you, Owl. You're doing lovely work. Half a heart. If only I was a normal character that could replenish their HP. I'd be thrilled with this performance right now. So many half hearts. I actually haven't had that many, honestly. At first, I actually thought that the blanked owl charge did not kill the thing, and I was very displeased about that whole situation, I'll tell you what. But for now, not dead. This could be our death, but for now, we're not dead. Oh, I think that this is awesome. It doesn't hurt that the owl's doing some great work for us in here. Maybe this is Snake Maker territory because we can hit all these units at the same time? I don't know, though. I think that we've survived the worst of it for now. Are we gonna go Snake Maker? I don't know, like it's doing all right, but sure, let's Snake make it. I think perhaps I don't understand the true value of the Snake Maker. Is it even piercing, or is it just creating snakes at the moment of impact? I guess I don't really care as long as it's working. Okay, here's what, like, things should start to get quite nice for us now. One more down, please. Faster than that. Oh, whoa! We killed them so quickly! The final phase basically died before it could do anything, so we at least get 1 armor for the flawless here. And to some extent, all is forgiven. I've got 4 armor. Alright. Kate's actually quite fond of the regular shotgun. Not in our home life. We're not, gun owners. Don't take that as a radical stance on gun ownership. We just, if we're being honest with you, we wouldn't know what we were doing. If I ever had to use a gun self-defense in my home, I'd just karate chop them in the freaking head, take their neck clean off instead. That's right, how you gonna do any robbing without a neck? Good luck, mister. I think I stole this from a stand-up comedian, but it's not a joke. And it's not meant to stigmatize mental illness either. But I think, here's the thing. If somebody is robbing you, like you're on the street, somebody pulls a knife on you and they go, give me your money. Your strategy should just be giving them your money. You know, assuming that that's not money you need, like, in the exact moment to eat. You're, like, or you'll starve to death. You know, it's probably better to just give them the money, file a police report, than to do vigilante justice or something like that. However, if somebody's like, hey, I'm gonna murder you. Like, you wanna fight me? What you do is you just act insane. If I was walking downtown East Side, Vancouver or something like that, we need a key. You know, a lot of guys will be like, yeah, you know, somebody steps to me, I'm gonna kick their ass. That's not really my forte. I'm more of a cerebral warrior, is what my mom said. I would be like, yo, I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. You don't know I woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, mister. I've been practicing this, you know, every day for my entire life thus far, and I'm toning it down a lot for YouTube consumption here. But I would be unchained to the point where the person would have to be like, shit, do I really want to test it? Like, there's much safer targets for me to go to. This guy seems like he may actually be out of his damn mind. You want to fight a sane person who's got something to live for. My entire purpose in this discussion is to act like I have nothing to live for, when really I've got all of you wonderful viewers out here on YouTube land. Which is also why I'm doing my best to stay alive on this freaking Gungeon run. It had to be done, unfortunately, because of my poorly timed dodge. Well, I guess we'll just shoot it. Thank you. Unfortunately, though. We still got more to look for on this floor, I think. Yeah, we got some stuff in here. Well, we're opening the other chest if we get a chance, I suppose. And I think, honestly, we've done better on this floor. I can't act like we've gotten screwed on this run, but if there's any avenue in which we've gotten screwed, it's certainly the fact that we've only gotten armor from our first two bosses, I think. And I'm not talking about flawless, I'm talking about just the actual armor drop that you can get. Apart from that, maybe should have saved the key in a situation. You end up with the AK-47. Who knows what kind of items you get as a result of that. This guy's got 3 keys for sale, which is just offensive, honestly. We'll buy the armor. Do we want a gun munch? I don't think we want the shot grub. So we'll throw that in there. And then, to be honest with you, I'd rather have the demon head than the moon scraper. So let's throw that in there. I think the flare gun we may get some use out of. Wow, Void Shotgun is actually really good. So I'd say that that turned out to be a win. And, well, instead of buying a key, we bought armor, so we won't even be opening our other chest, I suppose. Was this a good decision? I have no idea. This is the shotgun run right here. Remember, it's not a success. I'm not moving the goalpost to say, oh, if we beat the dragon, all's forgiven. No, this is still going to go down as a wasted run if we lose, which is looking likely. But it'll only be like, you know, it's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? If you get the $1 million question wrong, they don't go, way to go, loser, here's your money, 0. I hate that these guys aim to miss. Some of you fuckers leave comments saying they're aiming to hit. What are you talking about? Unless you're talking about some philosophical missing is hitting if the person is dodging. No, it doesn't make any sense. You know, you're getting too heady for a YouTube discussion here. This is, you know, 45 minutes of stream of consciousness bullshit off the top of the dome piece. You don't have to take issue with things on a Nietzschean level. Please just die here. But they say, hey, well, you got it wrong. Here's $128,000, right? Like, you fucked yourself. Way to go, idiot. But, you're not leaving with nothing, is what I'm saying. On this run right now, I'm leaving with nothing. If I beat the Dragon, you can't take the Dragon kill away from me. That hit the owl? It did hit the owl. It's really hard for me to get in there. Okay, I'm not buying keys from the shop either way, so I am buying armor from the shop. If we got the money, I'll be picking up a passive. I'd say the odds of us having money for a passive are fairly low. It's like if the owl gets hit by a bullet, that's when it blanks. That was a horrible dodge that I was luckily unpunished for. I will use a key, maybe not for the first chest we find. We'll see. It may be that the first chest we find is good enough to justify it, but for now that's not my interest. This fucking room, man. Okay, actually managed to get ourselves into a safe position to dodge, but whew. Temporarily scary moments. You know there's only one room like that, though, so if we've made it through that one, we're good. Okay, this enemy was created from the wall, and to the wall it will hence return. I don't know what was going on. Shots are bouncing off the walls. I think we almost got hit at the very end of that room, too. I gotta say, I think I may have overpaid for the owl. What? What broke? Did the owl break that? Dick move, dog. Dick move. Oh, thank God. Okay. All's forgiven. Well, you're probably looking at this run right now. Green's good enough. Oh, definitely take the crutch. Well, you're probably looking at this run right now and saying, you're fucked. And you may well be correct between the two of us. Remember that on the last run, I kind of thought I was fucked. And then on Bullet Hell, we took almost no damage. It was a revelation. And not of the 2012 variety. I don't really know what made it easy for us. But I appreciate it. Oh my God. I appreciated it, and if we could make it happen again, that'd be sweet. I don't know, with the crutch, I'm kind of thinking, you just take the Tommy gun and go for broke here, because our shots are going to home in at least ever so slightly. Mass shotgun does need ammo. I don't know, let's try out the flare gun for a bit. I know we still got the void shotgun. That's going to be a really nice damage dealer for when we need it, but I've actually thought that because of the piercing shots, the flare gun would actually pierce multiple enemies and light them on fire, but apparently it still stops on the first enemy, which kind of sucks. Yeah, it seems like the damage output is not quite where we'd need it to be, or at least want it to be. So armor is 40. I think you just buy it. And that is one heck of a dead end. The flare gun might be fine for general room clearing. Like, does it kill these guys in one hit? 2 hits, whatever. I don't know, it seems like the bullet does travel through. Maybe it doesn't do as much damage because it's not like a full impact or something? I don't know. It does light multiple enemies on fire. Maybe you take less if the flare's not sticking out of you? I don't know. On rooms with a lot of walls like this, the flare gun starts to become a little suboptimal. You got like 8 different status effects we're imparting on these enemies, though. How many bullets? I guess they do spawn 4. That's legit. I don't know if I made my life any easier by creating that big pit of fire there. Coming up to the 40-minute mark of this run. I'm relatively pleased with the fact that we have managed to live so long in spite of ourselves. I was intellectually looking at this room, like, how the fuck did we dodge out of this? And the answer to that question is, I don't really know. But we definitely should have just used a blank. Very guilty of being like, those blanks are precious, don't waste them. And you know what, we just got another one on this room, so we definitely should have used a blank, but now we do have 2. I don't know about this flare gun. You know what, we're so unlikely to actually use the demon head for like a legitimate purpose. Even though it's low on ammo, maybe you just roll with it for now. We're just trying to find the right gun for us. It looks cool as heck. Okay, if this is the room, and it is, that's just all grenades. What do we care? Just use something that's, you know, good on ammo, relatively speaking. Thank God for the half heart. Oh, it's the boss fight. Okay, I do want to try the demon head just to see if that's our weapon of choice here. It seems just okay. But we're gonna stick with it because we're at least getting some value out of it here. Not gonna lie, a flawless would be pretty valuable here. Owl? 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 Oh! Okay, you know what? It's so good for clearing out. Oh my fucking god. It's so good for clearing out the other, like this wave in particular, that I don't think we can afford to waste it. This is, oh no, this is the one where you just take this, go like that. Well, this is, it's pretty much a throw. I'll be the one who tells you that. I'm not afraid to be honest with you. And the honesty in this situation is that it certainly seems like there was a win embedded in here thanks to those awesome passive synergies that we just might not be able to uncork. Thanks to the idiocy of yours truly. Okay, now we're out of rolls. Oh, sorry, we're not out of rolls. That would be pretty ridiculous. We're out of blanks, so we're gonna make some snakes. Hope that works. Stay strong. We're almost to the phase that is theoretically the easiest. Oh god, please. We're one shot away. Okay. What do you use on the final phase? The hearts. I don't know. Let's try the Void Shotgun. Owl, this is your time to shine, buddy. Okay, that was really good. Thank you so much. I don't know if we can shock this thing, but we're certainly going to try. Certainly, Void Shotgun does not seem like the play. Let's go with the Tommy. That deaf, dumb, and blind gun sure plays a mean pinball. Bow, 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 now, now, doom, 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 you know. I was trying to think of the name of the drummer. Keith Moon, that's it. Keith Moon was the drummer for The Who. The Who? The Who. Yeah, but who's on? Yeah, you get the idea. Basically, I'm delirious right now with relative anxiety. I mean, it's not like it's anxiety over whether or not, you know, I'm going to be able to survive in the real world, thankfully. You know, I'm relatively lucky that it's just anxiety about whether or not we'll beat the dragon. And we have done so. Okay. So, our odds of, like, actually winning this run are very, very low indeed. But we have at least made it to bullet hell. At which point, we're probably fucked. But it was fun while it lasted. The passive synergies are cool here. Not quite as outrageous as I thought they would be, but certainly I do feel like, you know, maybe if I'd flawlessed more than one boss, we probably would have found ourselves in a better position here. But armor didn't really come that fast and furious on this run either. But this is a mild throw. As you don't need me to tell you that, but it is a mild throw. Unfortunately, this is a dead end. Every room is a gift at this point in our young lives. Okay. Oh well. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the run. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Our robot lost streak continues. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.